Well, hello to one and all, my family, my love of my life, truck drivers and strangers alike. I just experienced one of the more scary moments of my illustrious career. Right front steer tire blowout. Yeah, that was nifty. Coming down a hill about a mile back of me, because it took me about that long to stop this thing. I'm 79,000 pounds, and the trip of it is that I saw it looked like Neil Peart threw a stick up in the air, drumstick, and went to go catch it again, because there was something shiny and blue, and it wasn't a nickel, flying up over my fender by my hood mirror, just spinning up in the air. And it went back down, disappeared by my right front tire, and I had about enough time to say, what the hell was that? Boom! Blew up. Blew up. So, the natural instinct for any driver that loses a steer tire is to jam on the brakes. Really, any tire. It's a startling moment, and it begs you to jam on the brakes. I had to stay off these brakes, because most of the time when you're on the brakes, with a rim that's on the ground, there was no tire left. I'll show you some photos. As you can see, no tire left. The tire was gone. The rim was on the ground, and putting a groove right in the street, and there's a groove picture with it. You can see the groove behind the wheel. And when that happens and you grab brake, it wants to pull to whichever side's grooving. In my case, it was the right side, which would have pulled me, into this ditch. So I was it took me about a mile to whoa it down, but I got it stopped. Once it starts slowing itself down, which you have to let it do, as bad as you want to touch the brakes, man, you got to let that thing slow down. I mean, I'm on I-40. I'm about 40 miles east of Oklahoma City, and it's a narrow shoulder. I mean, it's the fog line, the rumple strip, and about 5 feet more of asphalt, and you're in the grass. So it was a very fine line to put this thing to a stop. So I was able to get it stopped. Once it starts slowing down, you can start tapping the brakes to help it slow down. But for the most part, you sure as shit can't jam on the brakes, or it'll just pull you. So I got it wound down and stopped. So it's taken about, it's been about 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours and 12 minutes right now to get my company call. We have a company that takes care of road calls for us called Fleet Rock. Fleet Rock got called. They sent loves out here. Thank you to Chris, who took care of my tire. And now, here is what the rim looks like now. And it's ugly. I don't like it. And I don't think the company's going to like it either, frankly. They're probably going to change that out immediately upon my arrival somewhere. Probably Caldwell, but that's a story for another day. So anyway, we're back on the road. All safe and sound. I'm really glad that I didn't get tangled up with, there was a couple of trucks behind me. One was to my left and one was right behind me. when this thing blew out and tire was gone, immediately throwing sparks and, you know, asphalt dust up in the air. So I'm glad those guys were able to avoid me. While I was trying to control it, I flipped the hazards on, and so by the time I was stopped, the hazards were already on. But yeah, startling little moment. And but look, we're all good. Everybody's good. I didn't crash. Saved the equipment. Tire rim was fucked up, but that's how it goes when you put, you know, 12,500 pounds right down on it, you know, because that's what my front end's weighing right about now, 12.6 or so. So anyway, Loves is all done. I'm going to go up to exit 101 up here, get pulled over alongside that road so I can put everything away off the road, do a really good check all down the side of this truck. I did look in the engine compartment. The engine compartment's fine. Nothing got torn up. It wasn't on the truck long enough to tear anything up. It blew up, and I mean a loud blow, and gone. It was gone immediately. So pretty lucky in that regard that nothing else got tangled up in the tire, brake lines, etc. You know, there's not a whole lot down on that side, but you know, there's certainly, you know, brakes that could have gotten tangled up in that, particularly airlines, and that would have been a disaster. So glad that didn't happen, I'll tell you that. So everything under the hood and the brake can looks really good. The brake air hoses look good, so I shouldn't have any problems. But I just want to get this thing off the road and get a really good look. I already looked down the side of the truck, but I want to look at it again. And I didn't put my emergency triangles away because they go on this side of the truck, and I'm so damn close to the road. Let me show you. Pardon me for a moment. So there you go. That's how close to the road I am. I don't know, that's about a foot. It's about a foot off that fog line. And then it's, like I said, it's the rumple strips, and then about 5 feet of asphalt, and then there's the ditch. And so at least I'm not in that, I'm glad to say. But little ways up that way is the exit I'm talking about. And if you can see that, the top of that ridge, let me see if I can zoom in on that. See where that red truck is right there? That's about where I blew. A little further back than that is about where I blew up. Damn. Whew. So, sorry about the unprofessionalism there, but anyway, we worked it out. Everybody's fine, so we're gonna roll on down the road here and see if we can't keep on going toward going to Arkansas to spend the night. Bald Hitch or some crazy shit like that. I don't know. They got weird names of towns in Arkansas. But anyway, I'm trying to head there, and we're behind schedule. I probably won't get there until about 6 or 7 tonight. And on top of that, they've got 80 spots. So I may not even make that, damn it. Probably won't, actually. So, which means I'm going to be late for my delivery, but that's not on me. That doesn't affect my service record. That's mechanical failure road time. So, that's what happens. Anyway, gotta go. Take good care. Do something nice for somebody. I'm gonna. That's for sure. Now, I'm damn sure gonna hold a dope. You know what I mean? You guys be good. Peace.